I'm sure you said many times, if I knew yesterday what I know today. Well, you didn't, because you haven't had access to an oracle, like the Oracle of Delphi. Do you know the story? The oracle was relevant in the 8th century BC, before Christ, in the Greek ancient sanctuary of Delphi at the slopes of Mount Parnassus, where Pythia, the goddess of Apollo, prophesied. Do you know who Apollo was or is? Apollo is the god of, listen, music, dance, archery, truth, prophecies, and healing. Well, he wasn't that truthful, as his name says, because apparently he stolen this oracle from Mother Earth Gaia. Now, prophecies were made on the 7th day of the Delphic calendar. Apparently, that was the day, the birthday of God Apollo. According to the Delphic calendar, the 7th day of the Delphic month is somewhere in between February and March. So roughly February and March. But according to the Greek ancient calendar, the Athenian calendar, is in May. So you figure it out. This Pythia, who had direct access to God Apollo and conversations with God Apollo, entered the temple, but before of that, she had a very specific ritual, bathing in the Castilian springs, and then chewing laurel leaves, the leaves associated with the tree that's Apollo's tree, the laurel tree. But that's not enough. She sat on a tripod and she inhaled the vapors or the fumes coming from below her, methane and ethylene. And under the influence, she prophesied. She didn't say words, she just spoke in tongues, apparently, and she had consultants who wrote down what she apparently wanted to say. But there was a whole history and the whole about this ritual, and the whole business made on this, because people who had questions wanted to find out about their future or decisions they had to do, put their names down, traveled huge distances. They were on airplanes then and trains and all sorts. So traveled those big distances and then were interviewed by the priests, and their cases were given to Pythia. These people who were elected were called consultants, or people who search counsel. And Pythia, of course, gave them answers. And apparently she had them, all these answers were 100% right. So, yeah. If Pythia died, when Pythia died, she was replaced by other priestesses. They were again interviewed, and it was a whole business around this Oracle of Delphi. Now, this is why you didn't know yesterday what you know today, because you had no access to the Oracle of Delphi. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Bye from New Zealand.